Peace, everyone. It's Tamika Shell. Hello, all my goddesses out there. How are you? Okay, so this I'm gonna have to like really run through this. So if I start talking really fast and you start seeing that I really am from Jersey because I can talk really quick, the reason why is because I've done this 3 times already and I've gone over 100 megabytes, and I've also gone over. It's really sad, and I've also gone over 10 minutes. So I'm going to try and keep this down if I can. I was asked a lot of questions in regards to the videos I've been posting, and so I want to get those questions answered. I've been posting some videos in regards to gardening, and I got questions in regards to gardening, and the first is how do you get rid of the critters in your garden? Alright, first of all, I garden green. Or I garden eco-friendly, and what that means is I garden organic. I use the ecosystems that are already in my area, and I try not to produce any byproducts that will be detrimental to the environment. By doing that, there are some critters, and we need to examine our words because there's critters aren't necessarily bad things. But however, there are some critters in my gardens that I don't want to get rid of. And there are four, and the first is bees. Let me just say this, 40% of the honeybee population has just vanished. There's no carcasses, there's no leftover body parts, they're just gone. They don't know what's happening to them. And the bad part about that is, you need bees to pollinate produce. So if there's no pollination, there's no fruits being bared, and if there's no fruits, then there's nothing to eat. And so that's a bad thing. Okay, so we need to really examine that. If you have a beehive in your garden area, please do not knock it down. Bees only sting as a defense. When they feel threatened, that's when they sting you. So bees are good. We want bees. Second thing we want are spiders. My mother used to say when I was growing up that if you kill a spider in your garden, you killed your garden. Spiders get rid of all those really minute insects in the garden. So like aphids and things like that, that's what spiders get rid of. So you need spiders in your garden. If you're, the deep south of the U.S., be cognizant of like black widows and things of that nature. But again, they only strike out and defense when they feel threatened, and really not even themselves. When they feel like their eggs are being threatened, that's when black widows sting. So be cognizant of that. So you want spiders. The next thing you want are worms. Because I am an organic gardener, I use compost, and sometimes compost doesn't always break down. Worms will feed off of that compost and break it down some more, and the byproduct of that is their manure, which is also a fertilizer. So worms are very good. They also burrow, which causes holes. We need holes so that the oxygen can get in and the byproduct gases can get out. So worms are really good as well. And the last thing are ladybugs. We want ladybugs. They help with pollination. They also eat off of the little things that we don't even know are there. So definitely ladybugs. Worms and ladybugs can be bought off the internet and shipped to your home. So those two, there's no excuse for you not to have them in your garden. And again, please don't knock down your beehives. They're necessary. So what do I do for everything else? Here in Maryland, we have a very bad ant problem. And what I use is DE. Now, I know I'm not going to be able to say the correct name correctly or properly, but I believe it's Ditroceus earth. Basically, it's fossilized shell. And ants eat it, and it kills them there because of when they ingest it. Also, it plugs up their pores, which causes them to die as well. You can also use it in the house. It's completely edible for mammals, which means human beings can eat it. I know a lot of people who ingest it as a pesticide for within themselves. They also give it to their pets as dewormers. So it's completely ingestible. So if you have like a cockroach problem, or if you have centipedes or water bug problem, any crawling insect, DE will get rid of it. And I always tell everyone, go as organic as possible. So on the label, what you really just want on there is DE, unless it has the African daisies in it. African daisies helps to stun, so you get an immediate type of kill, and they're not really dead. They're just put into like this deep sleep, and then the deciduous earth or the DE goes through their system, and they die. But the daisies like stun them. So it's like an immediate effect. You actually see them like kill over, and they're not dying, they're not dead, they're just sleeping, and then they die from it being ingested. So yeah, so you can put that in your cupboards. You can put that in like your, any of your open food containers. You can put it inside of your dog food or your, dry cat food, and it'll get rid of it. It also gets rid of fleas. It also gets rid of dust mites. So like if you, bed bugs, all that kind of stuff, it's a really good product. So I really suggest it to everyone, but try and get it as organic as possible. Okay. So that was that question. The next question is about my body wraps. Okay, basically they asked what are body wraps and who does yours. I'm in the DC metro area, and it just so happens this Saturday the 19th, the lady who does mine will be having an open house. So if you're interested in attending, please private message me, and I'll get you on her RSVP list. It is in Maryland, just so you know, and at the tip of Maryland, not at the bottom of Maryland, within the DC metro area. So, at the top tip of Maryland and not at the bottom tip of Maryland. So, pardon me. So if you're interested in attending, please private message me. Pardon me. Alright, so the body wraps that I get are aloe vera based with herbs. There's a lot out there with salts, and I just don't like the salt. It dries out my skin way too much. Essentially, you're wrapped up like a mummy with ace bandages and then placed in another layer to help you sweat, and you relax for about an hour while the aloe vera and the herbs work into your system and helps to detoxify you. The reason why I do the body wraps is because I have a very stressful job and I need the stress relief. And so it helps with that. Also, I do it for the detoxification. A lot of people do it for inch release. So if you're interested in losing inches, it might be something you want to look into. The lady or the company that I go to is called Sacred Herbal Body Wraps. So if you're in the DC Maryland metro area, private message me and I'll get you on the RSVP list for the open house on Saturday. Another question that I kept getting was in regards to why I won't show my full body shots and step on the scale, and why do I say that I'm already my goal weight. All that has to do with visualization and positive emotions. I want to be as positive as I possibly can, and because I'm already a very creatively visual person, I need to keep my visuals as factual as possible, towards my goal, not to what it is now. So I need to place in front of me the goal that I want to achieve, because I can creatively make myself, look much bigger than what I am already. And so I need to go the other end of that spectrum and see the goal, and creatively visualize that goal, instead of the opposite, because I'm trying to attach positive emotions to what I'm trying to achieve and not stay in the negative state that I'm already in. I don't think I'm going to say too much more about that. I got a lot of questions about that though. And so my weigh-in is tomorrow, and I will keep stating it the exact same way as if I am already my goal weight. There's a couple of other questions. I keep getting questions about my hair wrap. My hair is pretty long. As you can see, my hair has been locked for 12 years. So it's pretty long, and the reason why I wear head wraps is because it's much more comfortable for me. It may not be comfortable for most people, but I am more comfortable with my hair wrapped up and off of me than on me. Plus, in the summertime, it's so hot. So it has nothing to do with religion or anything like that. It is a preference. So that's why I wrap my hair. Okay, and so I'm not going to say too much more because I'm trying to keep this short. Let's hope I made it this time. Give thanks. I thank you so much for watching the video. Be safe, be peace, be well. This is Tamika Lachelle. I think it's my day 12. Peace, y'all.